Mum, this flicker thing's not working. I thought you put new batteries in it.
I forgot to get some. Just take them out and swap them round.
Not even Irish.
From Norwich, it's the Quiz of the Week.
I love weekends, me. Have a bath in Radox, put on my tracksuit bottoms and sit and watch the box.
Mum, see that sentry's on. Leave them door frames, I'll play them later.
That's what weekends always been about to me, ever since I was little. My parents would be rushing around getting ready to go to the club. My mum would have a shave. My dad would put on his best frock. And then my granddad would roll up in his wheelchair, ready for babysit, with a big bottle of pop and a big bag of crisps. And then I'd flick on the one thing that had stopped me from going insane. Quiz shows.
Van Adverf.
Beautiful diction.
What about?
Orgasm.
Good evening.
Right.
Hello, well, we're all set for another half hour of fun and embarrassment.
It was my nana that got me into quiz shows. She was obsessed with them. In fact, she was one of the very first people in Bolton to go on one. Mind you, saying that, they never let working class people on in those days, so she had to spin a right yarn.
And so let's meet our very first contestant.
Jacqueline Evans, actress, dress designer, horsewoman and racing motorist, who was married to a top Mexican bullfighter.
She worked in a Velcro factory in Bolton, for God's sake. Well, she had to after my granddad got trampled to death by a bull on Great Moor Street.
Well, that sounds a very, very colourful career.
They had to change the law eventually so that ordinary people could get on telly, but only if they agreed to have the piss taken out of them. And that didn't put them off. People were queuing up to get on.
Problem were, no one had got the hang of it yet. No prizes, just points for patronising.
Does the state spend too much money on subsidies for the arts? What does James MacDonald think? He's married with 2 young children, a girl 3.5 and a boy 2. He lives in Salford and works as a labourer, mostly on night shifts. He hates vandalism and beatniks.
What do you dislike about beatniks?
The lack of aims.
Have you or your wife bought any books for your 3-year-old?
No.
Do you disapprove of young men who wear beards?
No.
Right, very, very succinct answers there. And from them, the panel is going to decide whether James MacDonald thinks that the state spends too much money on subsidies for the arts.
I'd rather thought that he might have taken the view that if there was a bit more ballet, there might be a few fewer beatniks. I suspect he thinks that money spent on the arts is wasted money.
Morris's dad, that, subjected himself to public humiliation. Probably picked it up off his son. Me, I've always found that contestants, they come in 3 categories. You've got your unpronounceable.
Your mother's Welsh, your father's Ukrainian. and you came to live in Van Adverf, Ladgin. Can you go back to the Ukraine? I can't read it.
You've got the ones that look like all the goodies rolled into one.
And you're a professional wrestler? I see, well...
And then there's the middle-class ones that look like they've stepped out of a Hammer horror movie.
Mrs. Joan Gill, good evening.
Good evening.
Mr. H.A. Hawken, good evening.
Good evening.
Mrs. Phyllis Kemp,
Good evening.
And finally from Noswithiel, Canon Miles Brown.
Good evening.
And I wonder, Canon...
Oh, yeah, and then there's those that shouldn't be allowed out of the house, never mind on national television.
Name a famous Irishman. Yes.
Disraeli.
Disraeli? Was he Irish?
No.
I said,
This is a composer, German by birth, English by adoption. Best known for an oratorio published in 1741. It was called Messiah. You're bound to know his Handel. Who is it?
God, I used to have this at school.
Well, you were nearly there.
Handel's water music.
Well, so who's the composer?
Chopin. No, forget it.
Yes, so I can offer it to you. It certainly wasn't who you said it was.
No.
Any idea?
Beethoven?
Beethoven? No, it wasn't Beethoven.
A famous Irishman.
Thomas O'Malley.
Thomas O'Malley, yes. That's right, yes. He's got the fish shop in Kilburn, hasn't he? Yes. Thomas O'Malley.
Where would you find scenery?
Would you read out the words? I can't see them.
Can't see them?
No, not too well, no. No, would you
Have you got any glasses?
Forgot them.
Eh?
Forgot them. I forgot to bring them.
You forgot to bring them?
Yeah.
Well, that's handy, isn't it?
I want you to give me the letters of the alphabet backwards, starting, of course, with Z. All right? Letters of the alphabet backwards, starting from Z. I will give you one for £1. Z.
Z.
X.
What?
Name something people take with them to the beach.
Turkey?
The first thing you buy in a supermarket.
Turkey.
A food often stuffed.
Turkey.
See him?
Wait a minute. Yes.
Don't believe it.
Yeah, the casting theatre.
Hey?
Theatre.
That's right.
A famous Irishman.
Hughie McPhee.
Jimmy McPhee.
Well, that's what you call a blank round, ladies and gentlemen.
Bloody remote controls. Mum! Whose is his afro comb?
It's your dad's.
Me dad's? Me dad's not had an afro since Mick Robertson left Magpie. He always was different, me dad. He liked a different kind of quiz show. 15 to 1.
For today, a winning score above 152 would give someone a definite place in the grand final. 15 contestants, 30...
That was his kind of thing, the tea time quiz shows. We don't have to have a big row when I got home from school because he thought they were educational. But I've been at school all day. I wanted something light and frothy, like razzmatazz or Cheggers Plays Pop, not conundrums and long divisions and general knowledge.
Rachel, what is an egghead?
It's a very small intellectual person who's a bit clever about it.
A very good description there, Rachel. 2 marks.
You see, quiz shows, it's not all cheap suits and dolly birds. People forget about the learning side, the serious side that's involved. In the old days, you had to have a bit up top and a pony if you wanted to get on the box.
Gillian, what does soft soap consist of?
Well, colloquially, it means you butter somebody up.
Yes.
You try and get round them by using flattering phrases.
Yes, but the physical thing that is soft soap, the material soft soap, what does it consist of? I want the contents or constituents of soft soap.
Oh, actual chemicals of soap.
Yes.
Lye, I think. Lye.
Given this information, which is a kind of visual aid to you, I suppose, what is the sum of the numbers from 1 to 100 inclusive? 5,050. Oh, you didn't need any visual aid. You carry that sort of information around with you. I can see that. Well done.
Eh?
Now then, Stephanie, is a ragamuffin a man who sells muffins, a ragged-looking gutter snipe, or a man who buys old rags?
How do the holes actually stay in cheese? 45 seconds.
Because it's, the substance around it is less dense than the carbon dioxide. It doesn't rise to the top.
Well, I think we ought to give her that, don't you?
Yeah.
The actual answer is fermentation of the milk from which the cheese is made causes gas bubbles to develop, which, when the cheese thickens, cannot escape through it. I think that's a very good answer. Good old Jill.
Barbara, if an American woman bought a pair of suspenders, what would she do with them? Do you know? Yes or no?
She would use them to hold something up.
Oh, well, she would, yes, but, like what, for instance?
Stockings?
No, she wouldn't. As a matter of fact, she'd give them to her husband.
You were all a bit before my time, that top of the form. It were different in my day at school. I remember getting detention for thinking that cubicles were square testicles. No, we never had a note like that. We had Master Team with Angela Rippon, Connections or Runway, and Beat the Teacher, which is just what Robert Edge did in Woodwork to Mr. Hargreaves with a window pole. He's retired now. I saw him the other day wandering around town with a plastic baby doll, whistling the theme tune from Blockbusters. That's no life.
What K is a Chinese ceremony of abasement? Yes, Pauline?
Kumasatra?
No. No, something...
O is the generic word for any living animal or plant, including bacteria and viruses.
Orgasm. There are reasons which I won't go into that I can't accept.
C.
Oh, Countdown. Worth watching just for Carol Vorderman. Look at her go. Tidy, clever, professional. And she never loses her cool, does she?
Consonant.
I couldn't get it, Richard. Not spot on. Sorry. I give in.
Yes, some of the least frequently heard words on Channel 4. I couldn't get it, Richard, said Carol Vorderman, but you've heard it now.
We had a geography teacher at our school who was the double of Richard Whiteley. I'm going to get the theory of glaciation into your heads if it kills me. He's dead now. Yeah, nice blow, Richard Whiteley. He never really recovered from that ferret incident, did he? It's like he's expecting it back any minute with reinforcements. And is it me? But have you noticed how dirty Countdown gets?
I thought you should have a booby prize, and I was sort of heading for that, you see.
You will not win the booby prize, in that sense. Thank you. We will now, at the score.
O.
Vowel.
Is Carol.
F.
Now then, Gino.
7.
7 again, and Lawrence.
7.
7. Let's say Lawrence is 7, please.
Not sure if I dare say this one. Wankers.
Wankers. Well, certainly it is said by many people, there's no question about it. Wankers. It'd be interesting to see if that's got in the dictionary. Gino.
We've got a pair of wankers.
A pair of wankers.
I don't know what it is that I love about quiz shows. The glitz, the glamour, the cheap sets, the tacky prizes, shouting at the contestants, move to your left, you gormless git. Open the box, open the box. Mum! You stop hoovering, I'm doing a TV show. It's all right. She'll be going to bed in a minute with Catherine Cookson and a walnut whip. My mum won't watch quiz shows. She thinks all the hosts have lost their manners. They used to be far more polite.
Hello, how are you? All right? Jolly D. First question.
I reckon things started going wrong when the contestants got a bit cocky. He's had enough, this bloke.
I beg your pardon?
That's a gainer.
Yes, no, I'm sorry. The last one was a bonus question, and it is for Lost Withiel, if you don't mind.
Come and join me again.
Yeah, you've got to assert yourself when you're a host, like Mr. Nicholas Pushy Parsons.
Elizabeth, have you got a mink coat? No. Would you like to earn a mink coat, Elizabeth? Would you like to earn a mink coat, Elizabeth? Come on, say, would you like to earn a mink coat?
There aren't enough minks for my size.
I don't know. Try it on, all right, all right.
I don't know about you, Nicholas, but I don't think she wants it, mate.
Go on, put it on, because I'll tell the viewers that this is a black fox paw fur coat with blue fox trimmings. And Elizabeth, as you put it on, I will tell you that it would normally cost £290. That's £290 of pure fur. Elizabeth, tonight, we are offering all that for £28.75. No, would you mean I've done like this? It's all fixed for £28. All right, does it fit you, Elizabeth? No. Well, it could be made to fit you. Look, Elizabeth.
She doesn't want it made to fit her, Nicholas. She's probably already got 6. Leave her alone, will you? Just calm down, brother.
And then you could buy maybe the golf.
But the lesson to be learned is you've got to pace yourself when you're a quiz show host, because you can overdo it. First of all, you've got to explain all the rules.
Now listen to this. I'm going to tell you of an event, and I want you to tell me in which year that event occurred. The first couple to press the buzzer has the right to answer first. If they're correct, they go through to part 3 of the show. If they're wrong, the other couple may answer, and a correct answer from them will take them through to part 3. If both answers are wrong, the couple with the... the couple that goes through will be the couple who are closest to the event. Do you understand that?
Yeah, right, Ted. But you can get yourself in just as much bother explaining the answers.
He actually married Mary, who was the daughter of James II, who was, wasn't a Catholic, her father. She became a Protestant, married William of Orange, William of the Netherlands, and he became William III and Mary II of England. £3, you're back in the game.
And you've got to make your contestants feel at home, which can be quite funny. Because if home's not Surrey, Sussex or Berkshire, then what you've done is you've struck a gold mine of regional humour.
By gosh, lovely. Give quiz clog.
Julie, she the hot human number I've had it. The same wanted to fit you out about the hot pot. No, she did it academic.
And here we've got Derek and Susan. You're from Selly Oak in Birmingham.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, good. Now, that's right. Did you hear that? That's right, yeah. It's like Benny. Good to know, Gaff. Tell us about the leek growing.
Well, I'm the secretary of the local league show, the British Legion league show.
You exhibit your leeks?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't beat a bit of innuendo, can you? But you've got to be careful you don't drop yourself right in it.
Do you feed them?
Yeah.
What do you feed them, Norm?
Horses shit, usually, Jim.
See what I mean? Bullseye. Remember that? Every Sunday afternoon, we'd all sit down with a Dairy Cream sponge, watch the Love Boat, and then Bullseye. You had to watch it with a cake, it was the law. And what did you win on Bullseye? A couple of brass tankards and some bendy bullies. Stick them in a carrier bag, Jim. I can't wait to get them home and play with them.
Let's see what you could have won.
He used to say that, didn't he?
Let's see what you could have won.
Good job Jim Bowen's not a vicar doing weddings. Can you imagine that?
There you go. Great, super smashing. Lovely couple. Before you wish Julie off to Fuengirola, Gary, let's see what you could have married.
Oh, you weren't bad at all. Never mind. Well, this is what you could have won. It's a super 14-foot speedboat complete with a 14...
Jim Bowen. Now, he had what it took to be a quiz show host. Personality.
Nice to see you, And Nicholas Parsons clone, that's what I am.
3, 2, 1, you're on.
Hey, what?
But you've got to be careful. Some hosts have too much personality.
And tonight we're in the town hall of the famous old city of Gooley, before our usual audience. It's a pity we can't get the cameras on them so that all of you at home could have a good laugh. Who's an ugly audience? We are! Right, well, let's have the first greedy old couple who think they can outsmart me.
And the first greedy old couple are Mr. and Mrs. Staveacre of Paddington Newtown, Gloucestershire.
Well, I can't say how delighted I am to have you on the show, because I'm not. Staveacre, isn't it? That's a stupid name, isn't it? Now, come on, get on these marks. Stop it.
And then there's Mr. Personality, Fred Dinage.
Doris, we lose you, I'm afraid. You got a problem there, Frank? Big problem? Have you got a problem?
No.
Oh, you
The thing with Fred Dinage was, he was a big star waiting to happen. He did Ho! Ho! He did Gambit, and then he became really famous as Alan Partridge.
Dennis, you're a welder. Sally, your hobby is singing. What sort of singing?
Classical music, mostly.
Would you care to give us a little trill to as an example?
One fine day we'll notice.
Fine, don't call us. Thank you very much indeed, Sally. That was super. Thank you very much. Absolutely delightful. As one Fred to another, do you like being a Fred?
Well, it's not all that, is it?
It's not all that,
It's
no.
not all that,
No.
That's...
No. Would, tell me
something about the name Fred. It's
a little touch of class.
Well, I don't know about the class.
No?
They slaughtered it, didn't they? The Goon Show.
They did indeed,
terrible
Fred.
time with
Yeah,
it.
we do sympathise with each other, don't we?
This
Anyway,
is
the best of luck
this
to
is
you
life.
two as well. Stop talking, Fred.
The thing is, you can't have a horse without hostesses, can you?
He's an expert sales director, and she is in a final year of a teacher training course.
Who cares? Give us a kiss.
Sex sells, even at tea time. Everyone knows that. And if you've got hostesses, you've got a bit of cleavage to go with your bird's eye potato waffles.
I wonder what Squiffy, and it's a he, remember, what's he won in the doggy bag this week?
Hi, all you hot dogs out there. Wouldn't you just love to get your paws on me? Now stop all those wolf whistles. Behave.
Aberdeen are helped by Cheeky Chris. How about that? And Glasgow Rolling Family are helped by Heather.
And who have we with us, Vicky?
Well, on your right, we have Tony Gold from Horton Lee Spring, Tyne and Weir.
Wrong way round, darling.
Tony Gold.
Yeah, that's Chris.
She's back. The delectable, the delightful, the thinking man's muppet, Michelle Lambourne. Lupine refers to which kind of animal? Hurleys.
A turtle.
No, I'll offer that to the Coxes.
Long-legged sort of animal.
Can't really accept that. Michelle, have you got any ideas? Lupine?
You're really silly. Lupins are what grow in my mum's front garden.
It's the Wolf family.
And if you thought Michelle were a bit dippy, the hostess on the golden shot took the biscuit. At least I think it was a biscuit she'd taken.
Shooting for our Marksman of the Week. This week we have Mr. Philip Lees from Warsaw and Mrs. Kay Hoyle from Rugeley.
Stop.
George Williams from Solihull.
Right a little.
And I'm sorry, what's your name?
The thing is, you need hostesses to hand out the prizes, because at the end of the day, that's what quiz shows are all about, prizes.
Let's have a look at this game's star prize. And among the prizes to be won is a bubble car. Right.
There a bloke across the road, Mr. Jennings. He was a right bloody big head with his full capri gear and his two-speed hammer drill. Went to school with his lad Andrew. He ate crayons. He's a police inspector now. Anyway, he were always bragging in the front street that if he ever got a winner takes all, that's just what he'd do. He'd come back with all the prizes. And did he? Did he balls? He didn't win a thing. We all called it winner takes sod all after that. And you know what? I don't know if all these prizes are worth all the effort. Ordinary people humiliating themselves in front of millions of viewers just so they can get a space-saving wardrobe or a sofa bed with a built-in whoopee cushion. And what about the so-called star prizes? A Mini? Fantastic. Especially if you want to drive round and round on a disco turntable. And do you remember the bargain basement on sale of the century? You get more bargains at a Blue Peter bring and buy.
Luxury double electric blanket at the bargain price.
Peter! Your electric blanket's been on for over an hour. Are you coming up to bed or what?
I'm coming, Mum!
Each contestant in turn will nominate which...
I've got to get up first thing. They're repeating crosswits on Challenge TV. Unplug the TV when you're done, will you? And there's 8 litres of pop outside the fridge.
Till then, goodbye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Take care of yourselves.
That's my doll.
A very good night to you all. Good night.
Good night.
The team have asked me to present it to you.
Why don't you unplug it? I don't want my bed bursting into flames. Eh?
As a producer for 7 years, you've consistently knocked my choice of music. So today, for a change, we're going out on a piece of music I like.
No! Your water infection's back. You'll have to get some more cream tomorrow. Have you felt this bed? It's red hot. Look at this. She's melted me a bloody hot water bottle. I don't know why you put one in. What? I can't hear you. Swallow your walnut whip. You don't put hot water bottles with electric blanket. What are you trying to do? Blow the bloody street up?